ESP, also known as extrasensory perception, a common cheat used by most players in the Arsenal community. First off, what is extrasensory perception? Google defines this as a sixth sense, which is a claimed paranormal ability pertaining to the reception of information not gained through the recognized physical senses, but sensed by the mind. ESP in competitive games is nothing but a simple box around the player, that most of you already know. ESP is basically knowing where the enemy is at all times, from a labeled box around the player. This exploit was used by the YouTuber Cactus, formerly known as the best player in the game, who blew up during the Arsenal Shorts era. Almost everyone watching this video probably knows who Cactus is, if you've been in the Arsenal community for over 2 years. He was basically a fan version of Dream, and was known to sound like Dream as well.
This video, I 1v1'd Enrique bruv. He's beaten Jimbo Slice, Truth Behind the Lies, and a few other Roblox Arsenal YouTubers. It ended up being really close, so I hope you guys enjoy. Also, only a small percentage of people that watch my videos are actually subscribed, so if you end up liking this video, consider subscribing. It's free, and you can always change your mind. Enjoy the video.
He 1v1 YouTubers like Enrique Bruv, Jimbo Slice, and even Fusion Boys. Cactus later was burned out, and his content quickly escalated to CSGO, a game in which he exceeded in. Cactus seemed like a great content creator and had some really nice skills in Arsenal. What was wrong? The competitive scene of Arsenal was very good at finding out if someone was legit or not. They literally have every exploit down in the book. The cheat that they accused Cactus of was external ESP. ESP tends to be the hardest exploit to detect in-game, because almost anyone can make ESP gameplay look legit with the right understanding of the game. Now you may be asking yourself, how did Cactus use ESP in his gameplay if it does not show any boxes in his videos? This is because some exploit clients can actually hide these boxes in a format known as game capture. Game capture is when the recorder only records the game and not any third-party clients. ESP is not part of the game, and if the client is an external cheat, all Cactus had to do to hide the boxes on the players was to set his game to game capture. Now you may be wondering again, what cheat client did Cactus use? Now there are 3 possible clients that I know that can hide ESP. This is DX9, Celestial, and Synapse. We are first crossing off Celestial since this wasn't even made during Cactus's era in Arsenal. DX9 was also very unknown back then, so I doubt Cactus would have used it. The only logical cheat I can think of is Synapse. This was pretty popular in the Arsenal competitive community. I definitely think that Synapse was the cheat Cactus used it to ESP in all his videos. Now, if you don't believe that ESP can be hidden on video, here is a Synapse video that shows undeniable proof that this is possible. Now, why would Cactus ESP? Most of you would say that Cactus wouldn't cheat because he was a pro CSGO player. This is ultimately flawed. It doesn't matter who you are. You could be a popular YouTuber or a random. You could be the best aimer in the world or the worst. Anyone could decide to cheat no matter what their skills were. CSGO would be more of an excuse for people to think he was legit, which makes it easier for him to get away with exploiting. This could be seen from past situations such as cheating scandals of castlers. One interesting thing to note is that you can hide ESP in CSGO as well. Now, I will not dive deeper into this since I don't know much about CSGO, however, all I know is that this is possible in CSGO, and Cactus could very well be doing the same thing in it. Now, many people can make an excuse stating that Cactus was good at sounding. First off, Cactus only started equalizing sound after his video 1v1ing Leafski, and everything before that was not sound.
He makes some funny videos. But before this 1v1, I switched up some settings. I started using 85 FOV and the loudness equalization sound setting that makes it easier to hear people and kind of like pinpoint right where they are. So I didn't know exactly how that.
It is also suspicious since Cactus had cheated in other games such as Minecraft multiplayer. He cheated in Hypixel Bed Wars by using an auto bridger. The YouTuber RUMadlol made a video called The Best God Bridger. A guy named 26 later made a video exposing Cactus for cheating in this video.
Okay, so this is an interesting video. So, basically, you guys probably know who RUMadlol is. He made a video titled The Best Bridger. I saw it yesterday, but basically, he's playing with the blatant auto clicker. There's no doubt about it.
Now, why isn't Cactus legit in this video? Well, he was diagonally god bridging. Now, the only logical way to do this is to drag click. When you incline the bridge, drag clicking places 2 blocks at once. But if you look back at Cactus's clip on this, he places 1 block at a time. This is an obvious auto bridger or auto clicker.
If you look 5 days ago, I made a video titled 8.9 on MCPlayHD. I should say I'm fairly qualified to do this, saying that I'm pretty good at incline bridging. This guy is placing 1 block at a time, so if we slow down the playback speed, you see 1 block at a time. He's placing 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, backwards. To reset the drag, obviously, because they need to pause to bring their hand all the way to the back of their mouse from the front. So, this guy doesn't even do this. He flat bridges, okay? He completely flat bridges. There's no way that's legit.
Cactus was also a very big Roblox YouTuber, and he never posted Minecraft videos. It doesn't make sense how he ends up being one of the best Minecraft bridgers in this case. Even a very big popular bridger named Bedless Noob even commented stating that Cactus was very suspicious in the video. The video would have tons of accusations in the comments, and RUMadlol would eventually take this video down. Cactus completely gaslighted this man into thinking he was legit. It is so messed up, and he still didn't admit that he was cheating in Hypixel. The reason why this correlates to Arsenal is because most people who cheat in one game are more likely to cheat in others as well. This makes them more suspicious. You can't beat one of the top 5 players in the entire game by just playing pubs and not 1v1ing your friends. Cactus did go against a few good players, but keep in mind that this is nothing compared to what good players do. Let's talk about another player named Draco. Draco has tons of competitive experience. He practically goes against the best players in the game and almost every day. He is a world-class aimer, and he got so good by playing tons of 1v1s and 2v2s. Draco had grinded Arsenal way more than Cactus in the competitive scene. This made Draco have very good game sense, which can be seen from his crosshair placement. The difference between the crosshair placement of Draco and Cactus is that Draco doesn't always get his positioning right. He places his crosshair on areas and quickly clears it and to move to a different area. Cactus does this, but it is usually very uncommon as he watches old videos. His crosshair placement is very average when it comes to clearing areas. He basically gets his crosshair placement right every single time. Some would argue that this is luck, but it has happened too frequently. Now, I'm not saying you can't be good at the game without playing competitive scrims, but you can't be the best players in the game. This is logically impossible. Draco and Cactus proceeded to 1v1, and here were the results. Draco won by 1 point, with the Cactus getting 31. This confuses me even more because Cactus has barely any competitive experience, and somehow counters Draco, almost winning. This again does not make any sense because you need to play against good players to actually get good at the game. This is the time of the video where I analyze Cactus's gameplay, show suspicious clips, and explain why they are most likely ESP. Let's begin. Now first in the video, we can clearly see that Cactus is shooting someone with the FAMAS. Now next he drops down and goes to the little shack, and then instead of targeting that guy, he goes to look down, and then he kills the enemy there. First off, this cannot be sound since the guy wasn't even moving. And number 2, it can't be good game sense because this is not even a common spot where people spawn. And besides, he was focused on the main guy he was shooting. Why is he focused on someone else? Nobody knows that this guy spawned here. It's entirely luck that this guy spawned here. Because you only know the spawns if you kill someone, and then they obviously are going to spawn in the other side of the map. But he randomly spawned here, and then Cactus somehow looks down through the ground and somehow kills him. It's just so weird. The next one is probably the most obvious one. He looks at the guy straight through the wall, and this is kind of obvious. And if you're telling me he's going to place it there so that he has good crosshair placement before he peeks, this is flawed, because this is not even the correct spot to place during the spawns, because the spawns of the map are actually here. So why is he placing it here? And once he peeks out, the player comes in that exact direction. This is like the most obvious clip. You can't deny this. This clip is surprisingly more suspicious than the last one. First off, he's placing his crosshair in the most weird direction before the guy even falls. Keep in mind that falling does not make a sound, and this can't be game sense or good crosshair placement since he's literally just staring at a wall here. I don't understand how this is good crosshair placement. This either has to be insanely good luck or it's definitely ESP, but this is just too lucky to be true. When this is not in slow mode, it looks like really professional tracking. However, if you slow this down, you see that he actually starts tracking the players even when he's behind the wall. And this is impossible, and he does this extremely accurately. Like, he doesn't miss a thing. He does this 100% accurate. It's just so suspicious. As you can see, he first tracks there. He tracks there. He tracks there. Then he does it again with the hush puppy and then gets the guy. Now, there are way more suspicious clips than this. However, I only picked the top 4 that seemed the most suspicious to me. Keep in mind that 10 to 15 kills in all of Cactus's raw videos can very well be seen as ESP. It is the most blatant in his assault competitive world records. I will go through these videos raw and point out every suspicious clip. These clips are not as suspicious as the ones I showed. However, small little details can suggest otherwise. You need to basically imagine yourself ESPing in order to realize how suspicious these clips are. If you do this, you can make connections towards Cactus's gameplay and realize how blatant his ESP actually is. It's only been a few seconds through the video and we can already see examples of ESP. First off, why is he aiming here? If he just killed someone, so sound wouldn't be able to process that fast enough in his head. So why is he aiming up here? Also, people would usually go up to stairs and then come out, so the logical place for him to aim would be from stairs. And besides, he isn't even aiming on the edge, he's aiming right through the wall. After this, he changed his crosshair placement, but you can see the guy literally come out, and that's just really suspicious since his crosshair was directly on that position. This next part is really suspicious since he perfectly predicts the enemy with the maximum 9. He also traces the enemy behind the edge. Keep in mind that most ESPers tend to track the enemies on the edge before they peek. This is so they can have better spread control in the enemy. And as you can see here, he's aiming at the wall because the enemy is right there, and he needs to have good tracking and spread on the enemy. ESP can be seen again. First off, why is he aiming here before he even peeks with the Spencer carbine? Keep in mind that Cactus has perfectly predicted everyone so far. Usually good players usually crosshair placement in certain areas, but they usually are never 100% accurate. But Cactus always ends up having the player in his crosshair when he crosshair places it. And this isn't even a spawn. The spawns are here, here, and here, so I'm not sure why he's aiming there. That's the most unnatural spot. Here, again in another assault match, we can see him perfectly pre-aiming the enemy. Look at this, he's just staring at a wall. This is not proper crosshair placement. This is just pure luck right here. It's obviously ESP. You can see he's also edge tracking with the Mosin here. He is clearly aiming at the wall. If this was sound, he would be aiming here instead of the wall. Now that we have concluded that Cactus uses ESP, let's now talk about the situation in Jimbo Slice's 1v1. Cactus beat Jimbo 32-2 off stream, and when Cactus was streaming, he ended up losing 32-14.
I refuse to. This is somebody else. Jimbo's trolling me. This is somebody else. This is some god, hacker or something. I don't know, dude. There's no way this is Jimbo. Oh my god, maybe this is Tanker? Is this Tanker? This is Tanker, isn't it? This is Tanker, dude. There it is. GG's, dude. It's some... I don't think it's Jimbo. He doesn't play like Jimbo.
I don't know if you guys realize how much of a difference this is, but if Cactus was playing legit in both 1v1s, then Jimbo would have gotten over 100 times better. It is clear that Cactus didn't know how to hide ESP on stream. He was definitely playing legit on stream due to the performance and lack of crosshair placement accuracy. Now, in the last part of the video, I will actually be defending Cactus. Now, a guy named Subway made a video stating that an ESP box was caught in one of Cactus's videos. In the video, he shows a possible ESP box glitched through the map. Now, first off, this is ridiculous since ESP is hidden through the recording and not the Arsenal map. The people in the comment section are brain dead. The quote-unquote ESP box was just a glitch of a door in the Dizzy map. Now, Cactus could have cheated, but he definitely made some entertaining content at the end of the day, which is what really matters. Keep in mind that this is pure speculation, and if you disagree with me, then please comment below why, and give me a good explanation. I always check every single comment in my videos. I will also link the videos of these suspicious clips so you can analyze them yourselves. There were more suspicious clips hidden in the video, so I challenge you to try and find them. That is all for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for the insane support lately. I hope to make more content like this. Peace out.